Hey, what's up folks? This is Keith and you're watching Barbour's Auto Help. Thank you so much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the evap canister purge valve on a Ford Duratec 2.5 liter. Now the particular vehicle that's featured in this video is a 2012 Ford Fusion equipped with a 2.5 liter Duratec. However, the Duratec is used in many other vehicles, and this information can apply to your vehicle if your vehicle is equipped with this style 2.5 liter Duratec and if the evap canister purge valve is in the same location as you see in the video here. And of course, as always, verify that the information in this video is actually applicable to your vehicle by the use of an appropriate repair manual suited for your vehicle. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Be sure the engine is turned off and the transmission placed into the park position. Next, disconnect the negative battery clamp from the battery and isolate it from the battery. Now we can go ahead and remove our purge valve, and it lives right over here on the side of the intake manifold, just behind the throttle body. Disconnect the electrical connector by pushing in on the locking tab and pulling up on the connector. At this point, we can remove the bolts that hold the purge valve into place, and they have 8mm heads on them. You'll need a 1/4" drive ratchet with an 8mm socket. Go ahead and remove the bolts. Now, I find it a lot easier to disconnect that hose from the purge valve once the purge valve has been removed from the intake manifold. It gives you a little bit more room to manipulate that lock mechanism with your fingers once it's removed from the intake manifold. Once the bolts have been removed from the purge valve, you can then take the purge valve out of the intake manifold by giving it a little bit of a wiggle while you pull away from the intake manifold. At this point here, we can disconnect the hose. The locking mechanism has 2 tabs that you push inward on, and that unseats the locking mechanism, and then you can pull the locking mechanism out the rest of the way to unseat it fully from the valve, and you can pull the hose away from the valve like you see right here. Of course, it would be better to use 2 hands instead of just 1. Go ahead and remove any debris that might be in the orifice that the purge valve sits into. And by the way, I should have taken some compressed air and cleaned up the area around where that orifice is before I actually took the valve out. That was an afterthought, but you do want to make sure the area is clean. You don't want to get anything in the intake manifold. Now, once you got that cleaned up, take your new purge valve and apply a little bit of oil around the O-ring, and then you can install the new purge valve. Once the purge valve is in place, you can go ahead and install the bolts and torque them down to manufacturer specification. Unfortunately, I don't have that torque spec for you, but I can't imagine it's any more than 90 inch-pounds. Do reference your repair manual for that information, and please verify that. Once it's in, you can then reconnect your hose, push it down all the way, and then push in on the locking mechanism, and then give it a tug, make sure it's secure, and then reconnect the valve electrically. Be sure that whenever you push the connector on, that it clicks into place and locks into place. Go ahead and reconnect the negative clamp on your battery. Of course, if you had any diagnostic trouble codes caused by a faulty valve, you'll need to erase those at this time. And by the way, it's been my experience that with this particular purge valve, they usually fail by getting stuck in the open position. And they usually cause evap small leak detected or evap large leak detected codes. I recently made a video on how to check to see if your purge valve is actually stuck open. I'll post a link to that video down in the description of this video. I'll also put an end screen at the end of this video to that video as well. So if you want to click on that, take a look at that. It's a pretty simple process in checking that. That's more information that can definitely help you out there. I'll also post some links to other videos that may help you. And of course, if you have any questions, just comment down below there, guys. Well, folks, that is it. Please read the entire description down below this video before you apply any of this knowledge. There may be some things I need to clarify, and that's where I do that. And as always, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.